I never planned to fall in love with him. It happened quietly, the way sunsets fade into night slow, soft, and unnoticed until it was too late. He entered my life like a habit I didn't know I needed. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just small conversations, shared silences, and smiles that stayed longer than they should have. At first, he was just someone I talked to. Then he became someone I waited for. And one day, without realizing it, he became someone my heart depended on. I loved him in a way that didn't demand anything. No promises. No pressure. Just presence. But love has a strange way of showing you the truth when you're most afraid to see it. He cared for me. Yes. He protected me. Sometimes. But he never chose me the way I chose him. And that was the beginning of my quiet pain. I noticed it in the little things. The way his priorities never included me. The way my absence didn't disturb his peace, but his absence shattered mine. Still, I stayed. Because love makes you patient, love makes you hopeful, love convinces you that one day, things will change. I told myself, maybe he's scared, maybe he needs time, maybe love will be enough. But love alone is never enough when only one heart is trying. I watched him dream about a future where I was never mentioned. I listened as he spoke about life plans that didn't have space for me. And every time, I smiled because loving him meant hiding my hurt. I became good at pretending I was okay. Good at laughing when my heart felt heavy. Good at staying silent when I wanted to scream. The hardest part wasn't that he didn't love me back the same way. The hardest part was knowing he didn't even realize how much I was breaking. I gave him everything I could without losing my dignity. My time, my support, my loyalty, my heart. But I never asked him to choose me, because deep down, I already knew the answer. One night, I sat alone and asked myself a question I had been avoiding for months. If he leaves tomorrow, will he lose as much as I will? And the truth hurt more than any goodbye ever could. No. He would move on, and I would have to rebuild myself from the pieces I handed him. That night, I understood something painful but powerful. Loving someone should not mean abandoning yourself. Real love doesn't make you feel invisible. Real love doesn't confuse you. Real love doesn't keep you waiting in silence. So I made the hardest decision of my life. I chose to let him go. Not because I stopped loving him. Not because I found someone else. But because I finally loved myself enough to walk away. I didn't fight. I didn't accuse. I didn't explain everything. I just stepped back quietly. Because sometimes, the bravest goodbyes are the ones spoken without words. Letting him go felt like losing a part of myself. Every memory came rushing back, our conversations, our laughter, the comfort of his presence. But I reminded myself, love is not about holding someone captive in your pain. Love is about wishing them happiness even if that happiness doesn't include you. I let him go because I didn't want to be a choice he made out of guilt. I didn't want to be a responsibility. I wanted to be loved freely or not at all. And he deserved a life without my silent expectations. Walking away didn't make me weak. It made me honest. There were nights I cried until my chest hurt. Mornings where everything reminded me of him. Moments when I almost went back. But I didn't. Because I knew if I stayed, I would lose myself completely. And love that costs you your self-respect is not love, it's self-destruction. Today, I still carry love for him in a quiet corner of my heart. Not as pain, not as regret, but as a lesson. He taught me that loving deeply is a gift, but only when it's returned. He taught me that choosing yourself is not selfish. And he taught me that sometimes, the purest form of love is letting go. I didn't leave because I hated him. I left because I loved him too much to force myself into his life. Some love stories don't end with two people together. They end with one person finding the courage to walk away. And this was mine.